5F1 down for the runners. Oh, Tapatio getting jobbed by these running hammer bros.
Oh, this is ugly. You hate to see it, folks. Finally is set free, and now back to the card game for Tapatio. Finds the mushroom. Looking for the other flower. No match. Still has one more shot at it. SDiezal, here's 1-1. We found it here in 5. Looking for the other 10 coin. That's correct. Tapatio now looking for the final flower. There's a match. 6 cards left to go. Does he remember where the 1-up is? Yes, sir. We've got 4 cards left. Can he find the last star? You better believe it, and Tapatio clears the board.
All right. So Tapatio was, I think, expecting that to be 5-1 because we've gone for the hidden item, it looks like. Decided, no.
Interesting that SDiezal has now taken the lead. I wonder how that happened.
Well, because he hasn't played the end cards as prolifically as Tapatio, so that in the short term has given him an advantage. Tapatio needs to start being more aggressive with his clouds. He clouded 5-6, didn't want to deal with it, so he took the 100 coin fine to go back to the starting.
True. How many times have we seen this, Proa? Use a star, get a star.
Yeah, it's a fair exchange. Diesel finishing off one hit.
Going again, and Diesel, yeah, finished with World 5, and another hammer though for Taps.
So if he's got to hope for some really good draws here in World 6. So he could really blow this race wide open. Paradox fight.
Proa, another reference to Abbott and Costello's Who's on First. Who rolled this seed? You did.
Me? I'm not that clever.
Well, you know what? If I didn't know from the offset who rolled this seed, you could have said I rolled this seed because I'm a huge baseball fan.
Right, well. So Diesel not liking that pipe because he doesn't have a hammer, so he can't proceed. Tapatio played 5-6. There's 2-2.
Alright, now Tapatio's on his way to the World 5 airship. We'll see how many hits it took
He was a one-hitter.
Another one? Holy Toledo. So we're 5 for 5. No beefy Koopalings yet.
So, but Diesel with over a 1 minute lead. Tapatio's being a little too Tapatio's playing too many, I think at this point, too many of these cards and hammer bros. Diesel's seeing 6-6 on the board. He is not having any of that.
No. There's another star, so SDiezal complete with that. And yeah, 6-6, yeah, it's better to take 6-8 because you have the Greenland stage in the ice world with the letter H, but we got a boss bass, so SDiezal gonna have to tread lightly.
Yep.
Oh, nice shot, but then the pile driver gets SDiezal.
So Tap is essentially all but taking the lead. It's going to be close, but yeah. There's his stars, so they're basically even now.
Yeah, this is a tie ball game, literally. So we're going to 6-10 now.
Good cloud use. Oh, this is really good. Tap. Oh, Tap, no. Stop playing these things.
Yeah, he should have played the regular Hammer Brother there. That would have saved him some time. But I guess he wanted to show off his fire skills again. And let's see what we have this time.
Oh, okay.
Cloud.
Oh, Diesel missed time.
Oh, Diesel with a hole-in-one.
Yeah, Diesel mistimed his jump. Down he goes. So he's going to play 6-10 again.
That could be a costly fall right there for SDiezal. I mean, he was already a little bit behind, but now Tapatio going to get a little bit of breathing room again, taking this pipe, hoping that's going to lead him to somewhere good.
Does.
Oh, and we need to complete the fort, and there it is.
Yeah. There it is. There's 6F1, so no problem there. Tapatio's going to use some of those Warpless and Hundo.
But loses his speed and can't make it.
That hurts him, so right back into this. Tap is going to P-Wing it now. Got enough of them, he can actually P-Wing World 6's airship, too.
Yeah, certainly. So we got ourselves a nail-biter between Tapatio and Diesel. And Tapatio going for the damage boost again, and this time is able to keep Large Mario intact. So he's now going to hope that there is going to be a star behind this block and no dice, but it is a Fire Flower.
Answer Mustard's question, we had 2 races earlier today between Charlie Boy and Glutamic Acid. Glutamic won both of them. Moved to 2-0 in Group C play.
So Tapatio in the lead, not by much, as we go to the World 6 airship where Lemmy the Shrimp Koopa awaits. And considering what we've seen so far, reverse psychology, he's going to be a 5-hitter.
Yeah, and Diesel, I thought Diesel might actually go for, if he had a P-Wing, wouldn't be a good stage to use it on. Kind of situational awareness. It's going to be hard to get a fire kill on Lemmy because he's elevated. Just 3 hits.
Another 3-hitter, so we're 6 for 6 and nobody has eaten their Wheaties still.
22:37 for Tap. Diesel's about 15, 20 seconds behind. So we'll see how World 7 treats them. We're due for a nasty world, 22:53.
I think you're right about that. I'm going to take you up on that bet, Pro. I think we're going to see a very nasty World 7. But who knows?
And drive the point home. If you haven't followed our runners, please do.
Unfortunately, I didn't see what Tapatio got. Didn't blink in time. So Tapatio is going to check to see if this pipe takes him to the promised land or if this is going to be a nasty World 7. Well, more choices.
Okay, that's a good move by Tapatio, I think.
So it was an anchor that both of our runners got. Now, the anchor acts as a wild card. It could be anything, but it's going to be the same item throughout the entire seed. And look at this. We need a hammer, and Tapatio's got one.
Yep.
Well, so much for our prediction of this being a wild World 7. This is going to be a Jet World 7.
Yeah. Answer Andy the Quizzer. Yes, I broke 30 minutes and Macobra broke 30 minutes in his tourney flags 1. It's actually kind of,
yeah, there's a chance, Pro.
Which is kind of weird because in general I actually think tourney flags 2 is faster.
1 hit is not enough. Is it a 2-hitter? No. Is it a 3-hitter? Another 3-hitter. So we've had 5 3-hitters and 2 1-hitters, or 4 3-hitters and 2 1-hitters. Holy smokes!
Yeah. So TapatioJ in the driver's seat. Got a shot at sub 30. He needs a good draw in World 8, but Diesel checking around. So far, nothing. He should get to it soon-ish.
All right, people in chat predict how many bridges it is going to take in order to build the path to Bowser's Castle. 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4.
Yeah, Diesel has no hammers, so he's in trouble.
Oh, he's in big trouble.
So, okay, Tap is going to play this, and it's just regular tanks, so this is actually a place where you might just want to play it through, though. I guess not.
Yep, he's going to go ahead and pass on this one. Oh, and here's 7F2 for SDiezal.
He's going to skip tanks for the moment. I think I might have actually played that through.
To check the other pipes, right.
Well, we'll see. This might play out pretty well. Okay, there's a Navy and an Air Force. He has another hammer, I believe, so we can check.
That is true. Now, there's 1 lock, so we know it's not going to be 4 bridges. No, he has no more hammers.
Right. So he burned up all of his hammers, but well spent. So he's going to be able to P-speed through Navy.
Yep, the Navy, yes, you can sail the 7 seas, and Tapatio is just going to make a mad dash for it.
Tapatio is out of hammers, but well spent, considering it's allowed him to skip all of this while Diesel is still in World 7.
Yeah, and he's got to nail this fight right here. If he doesn't, could be all she wrote for this seed.
Okay, so that didn't actually break anything visible, but Tapatio's just going to play Air Force since he was in the neighborhood.
Oh, and must have lost an input on that one as he takes a fall. Oh, our anchor.
Okay, so he just took a damage boost there just to get through that.
Yeah, because it's impossible to complete this level with the frogs because some of the jumps are just too long, too tall.
Right.
Like that one. And this one.
So Tapatio's going to have to play Diesel's got to play 7F1, but luck.
That hammer, man.
Unfortunately, he's going to have to do this kind of longish way.
Yeah, unfortunately, frogs cannot fly.
Oh!
Doing the old little kid strat, I love it. Grab as many coins as you possibly can. Unfortunately, that's not really a good idea in the randomizer, but I think it's just more of the fact that it's hard to time how far you're going to jump with that frog stick compared to when you have a normal Mario like
we
that.
just saw the last two locks, and TapatioJ is going to break 30 minutes.
Oh, that's amazing. So anybody in chat that said one bridge, you were correct.
TapatioJ validating all those hammers and could actually have the best time in the tournament if he holds onto his his hammer suit.
Yeah. Oh, a nice clip there, gets the one up on the first try, and top route or bottom route, Tapatio trying for the clip, doesn't get it. He's going to try again. Will he get it on the second try? No.
They got it.
Third try. Nice. So makes the clip successful, doesn't have to deal with the fireballs, doesn't have to deal with the laser statues as SDiezal's now completed Fort Knox. And ladies and gentlemen, here's Bowser. Hi, Bowser. And bye, Bowser.
TapatioJ has set the run for the best time in the tournament to date. Gonna break 29 minutes.
That was an amazing run by Tapatio.
Yeah.
Good idea again, and it goes back to what we were talking about. Sometimes playing the end card game, short term, good idea, but in long term, it came back to burn SDiezal.
Yeah, and on top of that, some of those extra things Diesel ended up playing ended up really paying off for him. I think Tapatio played. It's like we thought, oh, you're just stop playing. It's like, well, more clouds for me and more hammers for me. So yeah, official SRL time of 28:55 for Diesel for TapatioJ. So he just destroyed that seed.
Absolutely. I think that's the fastest time I've ever seen on commentary. That sub 29. That's an incredible time. So yeah, GG to TapatioJ. Taking home game number 1. I mean, he played almost flawlessly. I think he had that one yummy input that happened on the Air Force, but aside from that, he was lights out.
Yeah, that was a terrific performance.
Here is the Ludwig von Koopa fight for SDiezal. It was a 3-hitter, no problem at all. Hey, people in chat, if you have the emotes, let's see those commands.
So get out the commands in chat. Diesel. So this should be a fairly quick World 8 for him. He does not have a hammer suit, but
and gets grabbed by the hand to boot, and we're going to find out exactly what they give. And hey, at least it's the easiest one. It's one with all the coins. What's it going to be? Oh, hammer suit! Well, he didn't have one, now he does.
yeah.
Ask and ye shall receive, Proa.
I guess so. Diesel actually didn't even bother checking if that was super.
He must have known, because I noticed that the two tanks pro face in different directions. I'm guessing the one that face, or is that random?
We've tested that idea. It's random.
Okay. Wasn't sure about that or not, but now SDiezal in the right direction, gonna play the Air Force.
He's gonna have to play both Navy and Air Force to get to Bowser.
True. Shouldn't be too much of a problem, though. He's cruising through the Air Force so far, just has a couple more jumps left to go, and he's made it safe.
Just to highlight something they just saw in chat, one of the random messages, as far as I am aware, our plan is to bring the Mario 3 Randomizer tournament back to SG Live in 2020.
Well, that'd be amazing. That I saw the exhibition that happened with Big John and the crowd control. I was laughing my pants off. It was really hilarious, and it was well done.
Yeah, it was, and like right before that was the finals match between me and Macobra. That was a epic battle, as anybody who has watched it will attest.
Absolutely. No trouble with the Navy for Diesel. Just has to get 3 hits on Boom Boom and should be home free to take on Bowser.
Yep. It'll be interesting to see if if anything, his strategy, if Diesel's strategy changes for Game 2, if he's going to stick to his usual avoid end cards, pass. So I don't know.
That's a good question. We'll see if he does continue to play that way, as SDiezal has discovered. The path to Bowser's Castle, the bridge already completed, and I'm going to use the... Oh, forgot.
Yeah.
Yep, he's just going to hit the reset button here, and he realizes, oh, I've got a Hammer Brothers suit. I might as well put it on.
Yeah, so he took his 100 coin fine, and now going to carry on. Nice.
Nice. Very good. And drops off, and let's see if he can go 2 out of 2. Ah, he missed it. Too bad.
Well, he got rid of that boo.
Yeah.
He killed that boo, though. That's good.
That was a nice shot on that hammer. Oh, he's not going to try for the clip, and now he's going to have to deal with the gauntlet. Hopefully there's not a lot of fireballs, and hopefully there's not a lot of laser beams, because this statue here can cause a lot of problems. Oh, good dodge, and there was a laser beam at the end. Tough break for SDiezal. He's going to have to do it the traditional way.
Yeah, what I found with that is if you end up going that way, if you want to try and avoid it, you got to do like a high looping jump and get really close to the statue. That'll help you avoid it.
Now here's the thing, there is supposed to be fewer fireballs on the bottom path pro, but guess what? There's also a statue at the end of that room, so you still can get picked off.
I haven't seen that one actually be activated.
Really?
Not in my experience. Maybe it's changed, but what I can tell, it hasn't happened. So Diesel taking care of business, and
Yep, a good run there from SDiezal, but the difference in this race more or less came down to the inventory that TapatioJ, playing the end card game, got all those prizes, all those hammers, playing the Hammer Brothers stages, that got him the shortcuts, that got him the victory. Both played very well, so GG.
Little Independence Day there for you. So yeah, finished with an official SRL time of 35 minutes on the nose.
Very good run for both of our players, but don't go away, because we have game number 2 between SDiezal and TapatioJ, with the second set of flags coming right up.
Yes. I'm going to get the room set up, and we'll be ready to go in about 5-10 minutes. So, yeah, so And welcome back to the Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer Tournament. Those of you just tuning in, this is game 2 of 2 between SDiezal and TapatioJ. This will be Turning Flags 2, which we'll explain in a minute. TapatioJ won the first match with a resounding victory with a sub-30 time. Turning Flags 1. Thanks in large part to the items he picked up from the end cards, Hammer Bros, that Diesel did not. So we're going to see if Diesel can bounce back and score a Game 2 win. So, and
Pro at 007, I'm LOZ card 3. This is the second set of flags, so what are we going to be dealing with this time?
Well, for a start, we're going to have a shuffled world order, and Chad is already on the ball with this. You have a 1 in 7 chance of being right. What world will show up first?
I'm going to go for 6.
6. Ooh, a long start. All right. We need long seeds. All right. So yeah, and Chad pointed out inverted world order. We've already had a seed this tournament where the world order was exactly vanilla.
I know, and the odds of that are just absolutely astronomical that can happen in these particular flag sets. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, you would think you were playing the first set, but we can assure you all of the levels were mixed up.
Yep. I was calling that one, and with Leslie, and yeah, like we couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I gotta watch that VOD again. That's insane. I mean, we're probably not going to see that again anytime soon. I mean, look at the odds. And World 5. Dark Shadows got it right.
Shadows is correct, and we lead off with 6-8.
Boss Bass put a star to help out SDiezal for the first part of it. Get everybody lined up in just a moment. Ooh, close call there for SDiezal. Oh, and a very close call for Taps.
Diesel's got a little bit of a problem with a micro Goomba.
Yeah, that is going to limit his jumping abilities until he's able to shake it off. So far, so good, though. But Tapatio has completed the first panel and is now on his way to 4F2.
Right. So, Tapatio with the early lead here. We've got a lot of game left played. Nice duck jump there by Tapatio. I myself would have just let the boo come to me and then run past him.
Those are some pro strats right there from Tapatio here. And down goes Boom Boom. SDiezal not too far behind. Let's see if he can do the same jump. Yes, sir.
Alright, so we've got a tower, so that means they're going to have to go up the long way. We got 6-5.
Ooh, that is
in
not
the way.
most pleasant of levels. And we've got Boss Bass Part 2.
Right. Well, yeah, 6-5 is one of 2 levels that requires the ability to fly to complete the level, unless you really know your clips. I think Jab 'em,
of course, is Fort Knox.
Right. I think Jab 'em successfully clipped, but Tapatio's gonna gamble. He doesn't need the.
Oh! He gets picked off by the pile driver and has to go back. That is absolutely rude.
Yeah, that's not nice.
We'll see if SDiezal is any luckier. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
I've seen it, but it's pretty unusual. This is throwing both of our runners off. I think Tapatio was waiting for that.
And SDiezal is able to get through. There's that pile driver, so that's where it was initially, but somehow was able to get back down to the ground. And ladies and gentlemen, we've got ourselves pretty much an even Steven race.
Yep. Alright, so onto the tower. Let's see what Tapatio is going to play those Hammer Bros again. Diesel's just going to go right for the tower. The tower is...
World 7 beta.
The tower is one of 4 levels that can never be randomized because of its place, of its importance in terms of map. The others being the Piranha stages and Bowser, of course.
Not to mention the paradox pipe, that also has to be confined to World 5.
Right, exactly. So TapatioJ is about a stage behind because he went for those hammer bros. Got a P-wing out of the deal.
Yeah, that was not going to work. There's such a confined space between the thwomp and the ceiling that trying to fly over. Oh no, 6-6.
Yep. Here it is.
Nobody likes 6-6. All right, you might have a chance here, Proa, that this seed might be far less tame than the first one.
Well, we certainly hope so. I got a reputation.
Right. Tapatio gets through the tower and can move on to the next part. And here we go. Yep, he's going to have to do the same thing. But SDiezal going to have to be careful down to Small Mario. He's going to have to get through the Nanny Blooper and the Big Berthas and these piranhas. And it gets picked off.
Yeah, that... He looked okay until everything just kind of caved in on him like that. And So Tapatio is actually going to be validated somewhat, his item choice, because if he dies, he's got a P-wing he can use.
Ooh, and the little teeny tiny baby cheap that comes. Oh! And that little kiss is going to send him back to start.
He's got 2 P-wings. He's going to use one of them. That's a good idea.
So they ended up both being P-wings. So, yeah, this... Well... He's playing the 6... You can't fly over 6-6, can you? No.
Unfortunately, no. The only level you can do that for is 7-6.
Oh, it was 7-6 I'm thinking of.
Yeah. A nice thought, but Tapatio getting kind of boxed in by the blooper and Big Bertha finally just pushes through. Another death for Diesel.
Yep. This is looking ugly.
Oh
no! And getting chomped by Big Bertha again. This 6-6 is brutal. Well, so far, so good for you, Proa.
Yeah. So, what Tapatio might want to consider is going for that item. Okay, no, he doesn't. I would have checked that item box this time. See if I could get a fire flower.
Yeah. I mean, those fire flowers. Oh, he tries to slide underneath the Nanny Blooper, but he is tagged out.
Ooh. Diesel.
Yes, Diesel back to the screen.
Diesel.
Ooh, he has a shot.
Yeah, he's through. For now.
For now. He's got it. Yes. There's a shot for Tapatio. Just has to get... Ooh, that was a close call. SDiezal does, in my opinion, the right thing considering the amount of lives he's lost. Goes for the 5 up from getting 3 stars and is up to 7 extra lives.
Yeah, good idea. He's onto the World 3 airships, so...
Tapatio's made his way through 6-6 and can now go to the same airship that SDiezal's on right now. Now, even though this is the World 3 airship, we're still trying to defeat Roy. Let's see how many hits Roy takes. Let's see, is it a one-hitter? Another one-hitter, man. Tell you what, Bowser has done a really, really bad job with this kid so far.
I tell you, not a single 5-hitter to be found. So 637 for from Diesel. So Tapatio is about 18 seconds behind through one world.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. Don't call me Shirley.
I love that line. And it is a Hammer Brothers suit. Hey, they're back again.
So we got a 2-fort World 1, and it looks like they could be connected.
Yeah, we got the good old Red Fort again.
But first, they have to go through 1-4 to determine them. And actually, regardless, if it's 1-4, I don't think it really matters. You're going to have to play it anyways. Just to... Oh, Diesel!
Oh, no. That is unfortunate.
Yeah, that's a bad input. So, an unintended 100 coin fine for him.
Yeah, but that could be a very costly 100 coins, but still early in this race. Ooh.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for Tapatio, his star ran out at absolutely the wrong time, but is still going to be able to complete this stage, and we're pretty much neck and neck again.
So now the end card's going to come up. Diesel will probably ignore it.
Well, so does Taps.
Yeah. Okay, so this is 4F1, which means there's a decent chance that this is
Ooh, a divergence of paths, Proa.
Yeah. Diesel kind of playing it safe here. He's going for, gets a star. He's going to have an orb.
He didn't really gain too much on Tapatio. This is still close, but yeah, that's where he's going to gain the time, is that star. That's where it is.
There it is. He's right.
Alright, so we don't even have to complete the red fort that's going to be unclaimed. We found the pyramid stage. But unfortunately, there's no 100,000 Koopa coins to be found here. Oh! Just getting boxed by that beetle shell there, and we're back to neck and neck.
Yep. Fortunately, star useless here.
Yeah, because you have to have the beetle shell to take out the walls unless you have a leaf, and neither player has a leaf at the moment.
Right. So we welcome our raids from SpeedGaming 4 and SpeedGaming Portuguese.
Oh no! And that's unlucky for SDiezal. And Tapatio, as long as he can get by that fire hammer, bro, he's in there.
We've seen players get dinged by that because they jump too soon, and the fire guy turns around and just snipes them.
Sledgehammer bros. Oh, somehow Tapatio able to take him out before he was able to launch that hammer and gets a star out of that.
So Tap is building a bit of a lead here. This has been a rough pyramid stage for Diesel. I think he's pressing a little bit, just trying to make up ground. Tap is 2-2.
Tap flying through 2-2. Will take a final dip here. Gets out. Let's see if he decides to add to his life fodder or just goes for the 1-up, and he's going for the 1-up.
Okay, Diesel is through, but
he's got 2 mushrooms. We'll see if he decides to go for the 3rd one. Tap is going to play the end card game this time, but no match on the first attempt. There was a 20 and a mushroom. There's a match. That's all.
All right. No word on what the item was, so we're on to the World 5 airship.
Yep, we're still going to be taking on Larry Cheatsy Koopa. This Diesel has completed 2-2. Let's see if he goes for the other mushroom. No.
Yeah.
And I kind of don't blame him. It's only 1 extra life. We've got Earthquake Larry here. 3 hits. Oh, our first beefy Koopa of the day. It's a 4-hitter.
Was it a little... Okay. Looked like Diesel was in real trouble there because he got stun locked, but...
he's in trouble now. He mistimed that jump to break the bricks there, but is able to get by the Sledgehammer brothers.
So 11:21 grab for TapatioJ. Diesel's going to be less than a minute behind in spite of all these tribulations.
It's still a relatively close race here through the first 2 worlds. We're definitely not going to see a sub-30 this time around, Paroa.
No, probably not. There's an anchor. Ooh. Diesel got clipped by a cannonball, so he's going to have to... Alright, so Tap is going to play the card.
Yep, World 4, and we've got ourselves a coin ship. And again with the double kill, he's been nailing it all, and another hammer for Taps.
So we've got 1 fort we could see. We can't tell if this is a 1 or 2 fort world yet.
It's at least 2 because I found a lock.
Okay, you're right. So yeah, 2 forts. So it could be 3 though, depending.
Right, that's true. We could see a 3 fort because I don't see a panel 6. Not yet, at least.
Yeah. So Tap is clearing the decks on all the hand bros. Oh wait, it is a 2-forter because there's 4-6. Excuse me.
Alright, so it is a 2-forter indeed. Alright, so we'll see if this is the right one. This is 5F2, the Lava Fort or the Sky Fort.
Tap ignored the coin ship and is going straight for the regular hammer, bro. Gets P-Wing.
No problem with 5F2 for Tapatio. SDiezal now on the sledgehammer fighting. Oh, that was very mean of that sledgehammer brother.
Yeah,
Stun locks him, so he's denied.
Yeah, it's like, so he's chasing that mushroom, and it's like, no.
Hey, might as well be chasing the wind. Tapatio now in one of the hand stages. It is the Cheap stage.
Yeah, the third hand stage. So whatever item he gets out of here is random, but the other hand stages will have it.
Nicely done there for Tabs. What are this hand stages going to be today? Mushrooms. Well, better than a music box, I guess.
Yeah. So, and 4-1 and 4-1, and in 4-1 location. Fred, that is a Fred.
Yeah, people in chat, you know what to say about that one. But at least there's a boss pass. That's something you don't normally see in the vanilla game. So Tab's gonna have to nail this shot. Look out, he's there.
Yeah, that we don't use that very often anymore, but that is well deserving.
Yeah, because it's right on the money to the T. And here
Yeah.
is the fort. 5F1. Interesting. Both World 5 forts here in World 4.
Normally it's Worlds 4 and 7 that get paired together,
Yeah.
in my experience.
I don't remember the last time seeing the World 5 forts paired together that wasn't World 5. That's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah. So, those two are down. So Tap is on his way to the airship. Diesel's about a stage and a half behind right now, and a coin ship, depending on whether or not that comes into play.
All right, he's able to sneak by the boss fast, and SDiezal is through this one.
Tap is going to be done with World 2 airship.
All right, Iggy Koopa awaits. Hopefully not many hits, because as we have seen in past races so far, in all the turns we've done, Iggy doesn't have the most fair of hitboxes.
Fortunately, it's a little dodgy. It's a normal Iggy, at least, as far as weight.
3 hits. That 3 hits.
1543.
That's it at this point. SDiezal's about a minute back.
Thereabouts. It depends if he gets the coin ship or not. Does.
That's right.
He does.
Tough break.
Well, not really, because he's going to get a hammer out of this.
Except he's at Small Mario, and you've got the double Boomerang brothers, and sometimes those boomerangs can be hard to dodge, but he's able to get by it this time around.
Yeah. Yeah, he did that just fine.
P-Wing.
P-Wing.
All right. World 3 is up next.
2 forts and 2 levels right away. 2 forts and 2 pipes right away, so that's interesting. We got our first beta stage of match.
Yep, this is what I like to call the 6-2 beta, because the end pipe is the same as you were to complete 6-2 in the vanilla game, so I call this the 6-2 beta stage.
Yeah, it's got similarities also with 6-4. Oh, Diesel!
Oh, no! Oh,
Right.
I hate to see that.
So Diesel trying to press the advantage there, ends up taking a death as a result. Diesel
Back to the cards. Tapatio finds the 1-up. And the 10 coin. Finds the star as well, so there's 3 matches.
Okay.
Doesn't find the other flower, so Tapatio finds a hammer, another hammer in the card game. SDiezal does take down Iggy. Tapatio now in the Air Force.
A little surprised they didn't go for the clip. Must not have wanted the extra 3 or 4 seconds. Missed. But Tapatio in the Air Force stage, moving just along pretty smoothly. So this might be one of those cases where if he gets the pipe right to the airship, he might just want to skip forward altogether. Well, no, he won't. But let's do what he gets.
Tax will take the pipe.
All right,
and...
so okay, so there's only a bridge remaining. We've already it's straight. It's a free pass to Wendy. Question which pipe.
That Hammer Brother generates a Jugum Cloud for Tapatio. Let's see if this is the correct pipe that takes us to Wendy's castle. Nope, it's the other one.
Okay, he's going. Tapatio is really pressing hard on these cloud use.
Yep. So let's try to save him. Nice double kill one more time, and this time his reward is a star.
Diesel, does he have a hammer? Yes, he does. He is going to use it.
Wow, we have a tie ball game.
Yep. Diesel and Tapatio. Diesel using his knowledge of the randomizer very effectively there. He saw the broken bridge, he saw the lock, so he knew what was going to happen.
Yep, that was just good intuition right there, Pro. World 6's airship. And we'll see, and luckily it's going to be flat surface Wendy because it's the same thing in World 6. So let's see if she had her Baconators or... Ooh, thick! We have one hit, that's not enough. Oh, it's just a two-hitter though. I mean, she had a Baconator, but that was all she could afford to handle this time.
So about a 2-second difference between the runners at the halfway point. We still have Worlds 2, 6, and 7 to play.
I'm slightly disappointed about that. We see the thick Wendy, and she was just a two-hitter. But no matter, we're going to move on to world number 5. Let's find out what our next world ends up being. What do these runners get? A music box. It's World 7. They might need those music boxes here.
Okay, so we've got 3F2 leading off in World 7. Worth playing just because you don't want to have to back. Chad pointing out, when you stuff your face with Baconators, you run out of endurance fast.
All right, you are.
Wise words for us all.
Absolutely. Tapatio gets through that set of carpet boos cleanly and fire kills Boom Boom to take a little lead on SDiezal.
Alright, so we don't see what breaks there, so we'll get a better idea in a couple of minutes. Well, that's an answer, and Tapatio does have a hammer.
Yep, and I don't think SDiezal does, so SDiezal's gonna have to play that fort, yep.
F2.
And another music box. So, yep, Tap will be able to... Ooh, he's not going to pick the lock. He's going to hold on.
I'm not sure. I get it, but I still think it would be advisable. Largely because... Well,
yeah.
World 2 and 6 are good hammer levels. Hammer worlds, so...
And he might be thinking a step ahead like that, Proa.
He might be. He might be.
I mean, if it's gonna, give him an upper hand, then yeah, this is gonna be a great play. But if this is one of those World 6s, World 2s that ends up being free, it's gonna backfire on him.
It might. Diesel. Ooh.
Oh, that was a menu mistake there. I don't think SDiezal wanted to use the P-Wing, but then again, maybe he did want to use it for this fort. Who knows? I
think he was hedging his bets that World 7's airship would come up.
Good point.
We haven't seen that one yet.
Speaking of World 7, here's Ludwig von Koopa. 2 hits is not enough. 3 hits, that's not enough. 4 hits, 4-hitter.
Diesel back in the lead by about 7 seconds right now.
These two have been neck and neck almost the entire race so far, Proa, and let's hope it stays that way going into World 8. Let's hope it stays that way going into Bowser's Castle.
Yeah. A little Yankee Doodle Dandy from the King.
Yankee Doodle Dandy, is that a musical?
It's a musical and a movie.
Gotcha.
All right, so we got a fort up front. There's a visible lock. Worth
And it's
playing worth playing.
definitely.
This is worth playing just because we don't the lock and the boulder being next to each other creates some weird things to happen.
Tapatio opting not to play the fort, instead going to play the 1.5 beta. This is the World 2 fort that SDiezal's in. It's also known as the Spike fort because particularly elite this row.
Yeah, Tapatio gets a free pipe check after this, and if it turns out to be the one behind the boulder, that works out very well.
Yeah, it certainly does, Proa, as Tapatio completes his hand, has 6 extra lives. SDiezal only has 3 extra lives, so it'll be decision time for him. He knows that time is of the essence, but 3 extra lives isn't very much.
So Tapatio is correct on guess there. Fortunately, that lock did not break. Ford did not break the lock by that boulder, so Diesel might somewhat validate it here, especially if it's an island. There's a bridge that needs to be created.
Yeah, if there's a bridge that needs to be created, it's going to be Tapatio who's going to fall a little bit further behind.
Right. So, actually, I think he was considering, using that hammer. Considering using that cloud, but was like, not just yet.
Yeah, because if his guess is wrong, then he's just wasted a Jugum Cloud. This is 2-1 now that Tapatio's in.
Right.
Oh, a little bit sloppy there, but Tapatio does complete the board.
That stage can be tricky. Yeah, that last jump, if you get a weird enemy pattern.
Oh yeah. SDiezal picks up a star. Now we're in World 3-2. Nice use of the cheap to get back up, only to fall back down again. Oof. Gotta have to be careful now. Oh no, and SDiezal can't get to the star in time and is gonna have to try again. Is it just me, Pro, or was that boss mass moving very slowly? Was that really a big Bertha?
Could have been. Oh boy, this is odd. We got a lock in front. I got a lock and boulder thing going on here. This is tricky.
Actually, I think Tapatio should be good. This is a panel 10, so we know there is. Wait a minute, that tells me nothing.
Okay,
that tells me nothing.
Okay, so he's through, and it's a
3-9 beta.
Yeah, and he's got a tail, so he can actually go through this quick way.
Ooh, a hammer for SDiezal right there, and Tapatio's gonna have to be careful of boss pass. Should be all right now.
Yeah, he's fine.
Now SDiezal's in 3-2.
So Tapatio with a good lead here. That extra fort, Tapatio, that Diesel finish should be give him cover though. Oh, it's 3 forts.
Free. We now know there's no bridge, so Tapatio just has to complete what turns out to be 7-4, and he'll be on his way to the World 6 airship.
Okay, so, ooh.
Decision time for SDiezal. Gonna play out the Sledgehammer brothers here.
Hopefully. Another hammer. Get out of it.
Gets a star instead. Diesel does have 1 hammer. I think both runners now have 1 hammer. And this is the, I believe, the 7-3 beta.
Right, this is the one that Tapatio skipped.
That's the one that has the very dangerous coin heaven block there because it's in a very precarious position.
Diesel taking a 5 up. I don't know if that was intentional, but he'll take it anyway.
Yeah, could have gone either way. I don't blame SDiezal for going for the 5 up. I mean, he only had 4 extra lives left. You never know what might be facing these runners come World 7.
Yeah, Diesel's not going to chance it. He's going to play the fort, and it's 7F2.
Oh, yeah. SDiezal wants no part of that as 7F2. No way, Jose. And Lemmy, 1 hit. That's not enough. Oh, just a 2-hitter. Per usual, Lemmy a shrimp.
And 28-10 for Tap. And Diesel deciding, okay, well, if I'm wrong, it's still better than playing us. It was worth the gamble, and it was, so...
Just has to get through this final pair of Goombas safe and sound. Looks like Mario's plumber license expired again, Proa.
Yeah, well...
And it's a fire flower, not bad.
Alright, so Tap still got another hammer. Even if it's 2 pipes, this might be the end, because there's no pipes up front.
Looks like Tapatio's now in 6-7.
Yeah. This level can be tricky because you are making a couple of blind jumps here.
Like that one that had the Paragoomba, yeah, that's for sure, because there's usually a fire chomp there, and when I was a kid, I always wanted to keep Fire Suit intact, but that was easier said than done, because you have those coins that are in frozen blocks. That's fun to do, but in race situations, it's a no-go.
Right. Tap is saying, no thanks to the card, he already knows what there. He tries the anchor, it's a P-Wing.
Well, that's not bad, and we're in the Navy now, so Tapatio gonna use that P-Wing to just fly across.
He might have been hoping that 7F1 was going to go up.
Oh, 7F1, that would have been an amazing guess right there if that would have happened. And here is the World 7 airship for SDiezal.
Chanting for us to sing in the Navy, no.
Pass.
Yeah. Thank you, but no.
Right. Next.
we're trying to increase viewership here, not, scare the children away.
Right you are. And Tapatio is now in, I do believe this is 5-8.
Yes, it is.
Deceptively short, but it's deceptively short because you've got the darn Lackatooth raining those spiny eggs down on you. And they really rain down as opposed to Super Mario 1.
Yeah. So 30-21 for Tap. For Diesel, he's about 2 minutes behind.
Good guess there. Yeah.
Music box. Tap's gonna take a look. Okay, this is worth a hammer.
Oh, definitely. Just
Another
has to play the quicksand stage. What do we have? It is 1-2 with an angry sun.
Oh. 2 levels skipped there for Tap. Thinking about it, was like, yep.
Yeah, that's just an invitation to disaster there. Tapatio, that was a wise play not to go after the fire flower.
7, so Diesel with finishing up with 6-7.
And Diesel trying to avoid the triple this time, and he does.
World 4 airship will be the last one here.
Absolutely, we're going to have the saltiest Koopa in town, Morton Koopa. Let's see if he's extra salty or if it's just a 1-hitter. Well, 1's not enough. 2, it's a 2-hitter. That's insane. We have gone through 14 Koopa Kids, no 5-hitters.
Apart from that, this has been a little more of a traditional Pro A seed, I think.
Absolutely, the Pro A seed. Get an A. You get an A for effort this time around.
Yeah, certainly that beginning got them all twisted around.
That certainly did, and Diesel completes the Navy stage, and boom, boom, but we're heading to World 8. Predict how many bridges there's going to be. 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4, chat. How many bridges?
Well, it can't be 4, but it can be 0 to 3.
Wait a minute, it can never be 4? Really?
Correct. No.
So I guess what I heard about the 4 bridges is an urban legend, huh?
Guess so.
I guess so. All right, I'll have to remember that for future questions 0 to 3 then. All right, good to know. Anyways, we've got 4, 6 on the board for taps.
Yeah, can be deceptively tricky.
Taps gets through it. Nice job.
Does Diesel have a hammer? I don't think he does.
No.
Giving it a lot of thought there.
Oh, this is an ugly screen for Fire Bros. Wow, that Fire Bro, I was going to say twice he avoided that? Okay, another music box, though.
Okay, so Tap picked up another hammer. Break the lock, and... Okay, it's useless.
Here's 3-7 for SDiezal, or as I like to call it, jackpot, because of the coin heaven. It gives you an item at the end, but it's kind of one of those risky situations, because if you take it, it's an auto-scroller, because we have not turned off the auto-scrollers for 5-9. The stage affectionately called Atlantis and the coin heavens. 3F1
Right.
for Taps. Oh, speaking of 5-9, all I had to do, Pro A, was talk about it, and the situation presents itself.
Yep, Tap has got a little bit of a problem, there. 3F1 finishes it off. Yep, Commentator's Curse strikes again.
Yep, absolutely. So, Tap's going to take this pipe, and that's going to take him to another part of World 8. We still haven't found the path to Bowser's Castle, but I think there's going to be at least one bridge, and one bridge it is.
All right.
So Dark Shadows, right on the money.
I know where it is. Now, what is it? Is it that? There's 6F3, Carpet Fort.
Yep, the GIMP Extreme LOZ special. Whenever we do commentary together, we're always bound to see a World 6 fort in World 8.
Carpet Fort is fairly popular as a gatekeeper. So see what anything breaks here.
Yeah, you're right about that, Pro A. Alright, so let's see what kind of enemies we got on the bottom here. It's nothing but Hotfoots, and well, guess what? They're all the punch-drunk variety. Ugh.
So there's a cloud for Diesel. He's gonna just use that right now.
I'll tell you what, SDiezal's not out of it just yet. Unless, of course, this happens to be the fort that builds our bridge.
Well, he's in trouble though.
Oh, for sure.
Those deaths really put him in a Nothing visibly broke.
Yeah, that could be a good sign for Taps. He is going to check to see if that was the fort, and survey says, yes, it was. Yeah. But does get grabbed by the hand. Gonna have to play this out, or maybe take the fall. He takes the fall. That ended up being, I believe, 6-3. Let's see if he gets grabbed a second time. Oh no! And strike two.
This is worth a couple of 100 coin fine.
Absolutely, and he has the Hammer Bro suit, he has the star, so Taps on his way to Bowser's Castle, looking for the 2-0 suite for the day.
So 200 coin fines, provided nothing happens here.
Yeah, and you don't want to make a mistake here, because then you have to go through that hand again.
Right.
Let's hope that one-up, let's hope TapatioJ doesn't need that one-up. I don't think he's going to, but I've seen stranger things happen. Tap, going for the clip again. Let's see if he can get it. Nope.
Short on the second.
6. And Taps, after 3 tries, saying, nope, let's just go on. Now, so far, nothing is fired. You know what that means, right? That last one's going to fire again.
Yep.
Where's the fire?
Oh.
I thought there was supposed to be a lot of fire. Ah, there they are. And, yep. As usual, the laser beam strikes again. Now Taps is going to have to do it the traditional way.
That was a pretty impressive bit of trickery there by Tap. It's almost unfair.
Yeah, that is unfair, but as I always say, the game knows. You pull off all the tricks, it still finds ways to cheapen itself. Yep,
so Diesel in 6F3. You know, this is Gatekeeper. There's a lock in front of him. Navy's protecting it.
Yeah, SDiezal made up some ground here. It's just going to be too little too late.
Yeah, he's going to fall to 0-2 here. Tapatio has finished it off.
Get your GGs out for TapatioJ. He takes home both games this evening. And it's going to be a sub-38-minute seed. Very impressive gameplay by him tonight. I'd say both players.
Oh, yes. Yes, very good. And finishes with an official SRL time of 37:49.
Yeah, when I saw that those first several statues didn't shoot anything, I knew that last one was going to shoot. Can no statue shoot by any chance?
Yes, that is theoretically possible. Diesel's found the right path.
Yeah, this is a really, really good World 8 for SDiezal. And he doesn't get grabbed either. Oh, man, what could have been if he didn't have those early miscues?
Yeah. Good. Oh, it's going to take a 100-coin fine here. I think he wants to go with Hammer.
Yeah, but all right, he doesn't get picked off again. Wow, yeah, that was interesting. With that, we do have our winner, TapatioJ, here in the commentator's booth. GG, well played, especially that first seat. Man, you absolutely killed it.
I was stunned. I was like, wait, what? 28? I did not expect that.
Well,
that was really nicely drawn. You know,
fastest time of the tournament so far. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And all those items you were picking up, everything, no matter what it was, just seemed to really benefit you at the end there.
Yeah. I felt like I might have been hoarding, but yeah, I ended up like using all my stuff. I was surprised I had no hammers when I got to 8 in World 8 there, but yeah, worked out.
Diesel got hit by a phantom fireball there.
So that's where all the fireballs were. There was like about 8 to 10 fireballs I think, because you saw the one fireball at the beginning, Tapatio, but little as you know, there was about 7 or 8 of them that were phantoms, and you actually dodged them all until the laser beam got you.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
But no matter, it says Diesel's going to have to do the same traditional Bowser fight as you did, and yeah, playing the end card game, that really helped you out quite a bit in both races.
Yeah, I was used to just running seeds without it, so I didn't know how I was going to react. I was just like, well, we'll see how it plays out. And I think I just did a single cycle through each of them. Actually, I didn't even finish it that second time, I think, so.
Right.
How about the beginning of this particular seed? The 6-6?
Can we not talk about 6-6? Can we not?
I don't blame you.
Oh my god.
The numbers speak for themselves.
Yeah, Diesel finishing second, wrapping this up with a SRL time of 40:17.
Yeah, GG Diesel.
Race, yeah. Diesel played very, very well, but what hurt him, especially in the first one, was he didn't play the card games. You needed to play the card games to get the necessary shortcut items. This time around, it wasn't as much of a factor, but unfortunately, SDiezal had a few more 100-coin fines than you did, Taps.
Yeah, I was.
And on top of that, you played more Hammer Bros than he did in Game 1. And there, like that World 2, for example, you got the Hammer Bro with the hammer. He did not, and that paid off very nicely for you. So it was a lot of those kinds of things.
Yeah, you know, it's sometimes that investment doesn't work, you know, you're just getting music boxes and stuff like that. And this time, you know, I was getting some good draws with it. I was feeling good with it. I had a lot of other resources that I was collecting. So like I was able to just kind of pop a star or something like that and just kind of get it done with. And luckily, yeah, nothing too bad as far as like the layouts and that sort of thing. Sometimes you run into a really rough hammer bro, and I don't feel like I got that. So I was fortunate.
So we welcome SDiezal to the chat. GG.
GG. GG, man.
That I would say that first seed, the Jet seed, it's like some of those Hammer Bros did not go your way, and you ended up missing out, unfortunately, on some really good items. Result.
Really?
Yeah. So
I felt
the. Well, that happens sometimes, but yeah, it's like, for example, that, as I was mentioned, Tap, that World 2 Game 1, like there was a Hammer Bro you didn't play that he did. It was a hammer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it was just like those things that just kept adding up, and it really kind of contributed to quite a gulf by the end of the race. It was close, and then World 7 is where things exploded. because Tap had an extra couple of hammers to play with, so he was able to just jet through World 7, whereas you had to do the whole thing.
Yeah, yeah, and that's like I wasted a hammer because I didn't want to do 7F2, and I'm like, yeah, this is gonna bite me, but I really don't want to do this fortress right now. And sure enough, I could have used that hammer in the next world. So
Yeah. But
I got pretty nervous because I had in that second seed in World 6. It was a coin flip situation. I didn't even think about it, and I used a cloud on the 10 space, and then I was in the corner between a rock and a lock, and I'm like, please just break the lock, and luckily it worked out. I might have had a backup hammer, but I was really praying I didn't have to use that, so fortunate.
Yeah, both of you made the same play, and both of you were bailed out on that one.
yeah,
But yeah, it was one of those things. But no, it was a couple of very
that map on World 1 on that first seed, that was an absolute mess. I mean, you had locks surrounding a fort, and you had 2 other forts. That was nuts.
I never seen that layout before. That was crazy.
I do remember. I think it was GamerCal had a World 1 where you had to go all the way around because there were three locks, and they were protecting you from. They're keeping you from going around.
Oh man,
Right.
that's funny. Oh man, yeah, all the way around the top, and then looping from right to left. Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the first seed. The first one was really nice. This one, I got tilted too early on, and it just carried on to the rest of the seed, and I was just so unhappy with myself. It was what was it? It was the underwater level. I died like 4 times on or something.
Oh, 6-6.
Oh, we both.
Yeah.
See, I thought you took a good lead right there. I died twice to 6-6. That was bad.
I think I had like at least 3 or 4 deaths there. It was really bad.
Yeah, that got both of you. Yeah, nobody was immune from that one, unfortunately. I think both of you, like the first time out, is like you were so close, and then it's like, see, the level just sniped you.
Yeah.
So, but no, GG's to both of you guys, and certainly good luck both in future matches.
Yeah, GG Tap.
Yeah, thank you, Ben. Appreciate it. I was nervous. I was nervous that second one. I felt real good about that first seed. Obviously, it was just working out for me.
I felt really good about the first one too. Like, and then you finished with like a 28, and I'm like, holy crap, dude.
Yeah, I didn't expect that.
Yeah, that's one for the books. That's for sure.
I got both my Bowser Castle clips too. I was incredibly happy.
Yeah, I got the first one, and then I think in the second seed I got World 2 airship wall clip, and I was pretty hype about that. And then I died immediately after that, so then it just ruined my fun. Damn. Like, I can't have anything fun. But it was fun though. It was good.
Yeah, man, I enjoyed the match.
Yeah. So, quick look ahead at the rest of our currently locked-in schedule. Tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern, It's Paranoia is playing me, Pro-A007, at 1 o'clock Eastern, and then at 7:30 Eastern for the 4 people who are not watching the Super Bowl, you get to see a Group A match between Kiri and Cobra 52.
Well, that should be a good one. The defending champion during the Super Bowl. I'll tell you what, if it's a blowout, yeah, we know where to turn to.
Well, yeah. And then Monday night, 10 p.m. Eastern, we have Ibuba 7 versus Narfman 0. That should be an interesting match. A couple of Warpless and Hundo veterans squaring off.
Well, that should be a good one.
Ibuba, of course, pretty well known in the Rando community as well. Narfman is relatively new to this, but I gather has been making some very steady progress. He joined up, and on Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern, we have our 4th place finisher from last year's tournament, GamerCal, taking on Johnny Link. We got plenty of matches on the way, and I'm sure more will be scheduled throughout the week. I know I'm planning to get my last 2 in later this week, so stay tuned for additional changes and additions to the schedule. And see you all soon. Thanks to Wolf for helping behind the scenes as always. Did a great job, and thanks to LOZ Cards for joining me on the mic.
My pleasure, Pro A. It was fun to do commentary with you again, boy. What a great set of matches we just got done with. I'm looking forward to more of this tournament. It's going to be lit.
Yeah, and if you haven't already, give our runners a follow, and then give me and LOZ a follow. But definitely our runners, they deserve
Absolutely.
it. So
All right.
thanks all.
Very good.
Thanks all. GG's again, Tap, and GG Diesel. We'll see you all again real soon.
All right, guys. GG. See you later.
Yeah, GG's. Thanks.
Good night.
All right. LOZ Cards Fan 23 and Pro A 007 signing off. Have a great night. We will see you tomorrow. Take care, everybody.
See you.